he spins it away, and we're underway. Harvin will bring it out 5 yards from the end zone. And he's up to the 20-yard line. First down carry for Marshawn Lynch.
When they come in and play these games.
You got to look at Steven Schilling as they hand it off to Harvin, and he is smothered behind the line of scrimmage. So thank you very much. A 3rd down and 6 on this opening possession. And Wilson delivers a strike. Very close to a first down. Second career reception for Cooper Helfet. What a job Carroll has done along with their general manager, John Schneider, to screen to Marshawn Lynch. He breaks a tackle. Tripped up at the 33, maybe the 34. That'll be a gain of 2.
Key in this game.
Well, they're without Bruce Carter for a second straight week. Wilson being chased, and he can run it. He fumbles the football, and out of bounds after he picked it back up. So the Seahawks will maintain possession. Let's see where they spot it. It looks like the 38. Curse wide open. Along the sideline, run out of bounds. Inside the 20.
Well, Jermaine Kearse starts in the slot, and when you press both of those receivers, that's what you run into as a defense. They run the natural pick. Orlando Scandrick, it allows Kearse then to get open up the sideline with a lot of field to work, and a perfectly thrown ball by Russell Wilson.
Into the hands of Harvin. And that's a nice tackle made by Scandrick. Harvin scored 3 touchdowns that never happened. They give it to Harvin, and read beautifully by Justin Durant. 4-man rush into the end zone, and Barry Church bats it away. They had an eye on Doug Baldwin. Good snap, good hold, and right down the middle for an early 3-0 lead on this opening possession. Harris will take a knee, and that's where Tony Romo will bring the Cowboys out to the 20-yard line.
1 and 2, he couldn't have made that play.
So they'll start trying to run it against the #1 ranked rushing defense in the National Football League, DeMarco Murray. Play fake to Murray. Great protection for Romo. And incomplete. He had an eye on Des Bryant. Blitz coming. Great protection. And that is Beasley. Cuts it back to the inside, and he has a first down. So on a 3rd and 10, the Cowboys throw it short. Back in the hands of DeMarco Murray. Broke a tackle and dives ahead. Not a bad pickup. A gain of nearly 5. Dunbar in the backfield for Murray. And he'll catch a pass. Short of a first down. It'll bring up another 3rd down. Four-man rush. Romo's in trouble. Steps out of it. Incomplete. And Romo took a big hit, and he's not standing yet. Boy, and he took a shot. And that should have been a penalty.
It was Bobby Wagner who was initially in coverage, and I'm not sure if it should have been a penalty or not, Tom. He came in with a shoulder. The question is, you know, had the ball been released in enough time? You mentioned the back surgery, and, you know, we'll find out exactly what his status is.
And the punt is blocked and picked up and run in for a touchdown by Mike Morgan.
Going to be in coverage, and he sneaks down. He comes in off the edge. Nobody sees him for Dallas. He has a free run to block that punt.
And it was easy from there for Morgan. On special teams, makes a punt, which leads to a touchdown. That they returned for a touchdown was against the Cowboys when they were last here in 2012, and Jerron Johnson was the one who ran it in for the touchdown. Just like that, 10-0. And DeMarco Murray for a gain of almost 5 on first down. Drive. We'll give it to him again. Slipped the tackle from Bennett. And it's up to the 27-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Cowboys. On a 3rd and 3, Dunbar. And he picks up the first down up to the 32-yard line. Well, now they have Joseph Randle in the backfield, and he has a big carry. Across the 40. All the way down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Travis Frederick does an outstanding job of clearing out the hole, and then Joseph Randle hits it. It's his first carry of the game, and he gets about 3 or 4 opportunities during the course of a ball game, Tom, and I like this young man.
8-yard run. Murray back in there. Ran into his own man. Wide open is Jason Witten. And it is 1st and goal for the Cowboys at the Seahawks 5-yard line. Murray, a little delay. Boy, he's a savvy back. There's power, there's speed, and then there's awareness. Just slight hesitation, positive yardage. And they're going to throw. And nearly intercepted. Oh, goodness. Right in the midst of Byron Maxwell. And that is a touchdown. And this time they find Escobar in the back of the end zone. Going after by Bailey is good. Here's a throw to Escobar, his first score of the year. Both feet clearly in bounds.
Well, we've been hearing for a while about Gavin Escobar. He was last year's 2nd-round pick and was expected to really be a receiving threat.
This is his 2nd time he'll run one back today. And that's why the Redskins didn't kick it to him. Well, first down from the 42, and Wilson to throw it on. First down, looking around. He'll run it. And they have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. What a day. There's a flag down on the play.
Holding, number 32 defense. 5-yard penalty added on to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Play fake to Lynch. Wilson in trouble. And he gets it away. Incomplete. Lynch. Barry Church planned on delivering a hit, and he wound up taking a hit. I had a very odd look to it from the very beginning, and finally the penalty flag comes down on a 3rd and 7.
He waved it off.
Although the defender was in the neutral zone, there's a false start, number 76 offense for coming out of his stance late. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Look.
Well, there was a lot of movement, yet the Cowboys, who initially jumped into the neutral zone, and then Russell Okung, the left tackle, once he moved, he was the one who got called for the false start.
To the Pittsburgh Steelers, that he missed a couple of calls and big ones in that game. Wilson in trouble again. Boy, and the Dallas defense stops on 3rd down.
Doing a lot of good things up front, just applying some pressure to the quarterback.
John Ryan and over-end punt, and a fair catch signal for at the 5-yard line by Dwayne Harris. Tyler Klutz, a fullback, in front of DeMarco Murray on a first down carry, and that'll be a gain of 3. front of him, and that is power football to get a first down this season of 10 or more yards for DeMarco Murray. They fake it to him, looking the long ball down the sideline, and overthrown. Joseph Randle up close to the 25% play. They're still talking about it down in Dallas. And denied first down yardage is Randle. There is a penalty flag down on the field. Malcolm Smith, last year's Super Bowl MVP.
Holding, number 41 defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
There's a break.
Well, once again, Byron Maxwell worked through Des Bryant to come out and make a play on the ball.
Nowhere to go on first down for Murray. Cam Chancellor coming up to make the stop. Delay to Murray. That'll be a gain of almost 4. It'll bring up another third down. Blitz coming. Romo delivers, and there's the first catch of the game for Des Bryant. Up to the 47 and a first down. We welcome many of you from around the country. Just joining us here in Seattle, where the 4-1 Dallas Cowboys, they lost their season opener. The Hall of Famer Troy Aikman and Carissa Thompson, Tom Brenneman, our entire crew from Seattle. And that is Joseph Randle, who ripped off a 38-yard run that was a big part of that Cowboy touchdown drive. 11th play of the drive, and they're staying on the ground. Not much room this time for Murray. Bryant the catch. He will be able to stretch it out to the 30, and once more that'll move the chains. From the 30, Murray spins his way and delivers a blow himself down to the 25. Let's check in downstairs. 44 for Murray, 52 on 4 carries for Randle. And they just keep going back to the well. Murray, who's had his issues fumbling the football, there's a flag down.
Number 68 offense, 10-yard penalty, second down.
That'll be the right tackle, Doug Free. Oh boy, talked about. And a penalty flag comes down. This will be offsides against Seattle, I believe.
Neutral zone infraction, number 72 defense. Got past the tackle. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Romo looking for Bryant. And it's broken up in the secondary by Byron Maxwell. A pass attempt to Des Bryant, and now Dan Bailey. He is Mr. Automatic. He had hit 30 in a row until missing at the end of regulation last week and wound up winning it in overtime. And the Cowboys defenders claiming there was movement along that offensive line. A line that was hung with 7 penalties last Monday night in D.C.
Number 63 offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Carissa, thank you very much. Russell Wilson will keep it and then throw it. And my, oh my, did Justin Durant deliver a shot on Jermaine Kearse. Wilson being chased by Crawford, and he will run it. It's a third down. And Wilson again having to scramble away from trouble. And it looks like they're short on the catch of getting a first down on the completion of Brian Walters. puts a foot on it, end over end. Dwayne Harris from the 29-yard line. Puts it back to the inside, up to the 40-yard line.
During the kick, holding, number 39 receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down, timeout.
Let's see if those turn out to be significant injuries to Seattle. Murray, in a lot of traffic, is able to bust out of there and turn it into a positive 2-yard gain.
On the screenplay for not much of a game.
Witten nearly pulled it in with one hand. Step for step with him was Malcolm Smith. Wide open across the middle, and turning it into big yardage is Lance Dunbar up to the 43-yard line. The Seahawks have run 3 plays. They do not have a first down in this quarter.
Been unable to get off the field on third down.
Looking for Witten. Very good coverage again by Malcolm Smith. Lay it off to Dunbar out of the backfield. He got a block. And unbelievably, on a third down and 14, the Cowboys pick up the first down. But amazingly, it's still a tie game. Bryant beats Sherman. And Sherman somehow able to trip him up, and a penalty flag comes in.
Richard Sherman knew he was beat. He was out of position.
Number 25 of the defense. 10-yard penalty. Excuse me, half the distance to the goal. First down.
Well, it's first down and goal from just inside the 10. They give it to Murray. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Well, with all those guys, they're trying to figure out who's going to be on the field.
With the snap imminent. Half the distance to the goal. Second down.
That was Bruce Urban. The delay to Murray. And he's able to slither his way down to the 2-yard line, which brings up third and goal. And they find Witten for a touchdown, his first this season, and the first time today the Cowboys have the lead.
On Tony Romo, so he's able to take his time, and that's asking a lot to try to stay in coverage. Witten able to get free, and Romo gets him the ball for the touchdown. But here's, as he gets off the ball, Romo looked to him initially, there's nowhere to go. Witten frees himself up, but just no pressure on Romo, and he's going to pick you apart.
And that was a rookie, Brock Coyle.
Jason Witten is a great football player.
Yes. Well, I must ask you, Troy Aikman, who certainly has to qualify as one of the greatest Cowboys of them all as well.
And whether or not that's had an impact on this game or not, but it just does not look like the same team.
Well, they try to set up the screen to Percy Harvin, and then not fool the Dallas Cowboys. And again, the give it to Robert Turbin, and that will be the final play of this opening half. Harris from the 1-yard line, and a good return up to the 27. First down, Murray, and that'll be a gain of 7. Murray again, and very close to a first down. 14 on the go-ahead touchdown drive. 3rd and inches, and they'll move the chains again, giving it to Murray. Randall wrapped up, coming down from the safety spot is Chance. There's Bryant looking for a penalty, and he'll get it. It looked like Sherman tried to pull him from behind.
There was definitely a grab at this one. The previous penalty.
25 defense. First down, spot of the foul.
A 13-yard penalty and an automatic first down. Murray on the sweep. Play action, Romo in trouble, and all the way back to the 45-yard line. Murray on the screen. Boy, he got dangerously close for Seahawk fans for that first down coming up. It appears 3 yards short.
At least forces a punt.
Last time Dallas punted, it was blocked. Now Jones, very short. And a fair catch at the 10. Road to victory. We're very excited about that here in Seattle. And they're hoping this offense can get something, anything going. Back-to-back carries for Lynch and a first down. And more. All the way to the 45-yard line. Their first down since there was 12 minutes left in the first quarter. Watch Harbin in the backfield next to Wilson. Spins out of a tackle. Blitz coming. Batted into the air and incomplete. So the Seahawks will punt it away. Ryan has been so good pinning teams inside the 20. And the ball is loose after the fair catch was called for by Harris.
It looked like Harris may have gotten back on it, but at the bottom of this pile, a lot of things are taking place, and it's just who comes out with it. Yeah, Pierre Lewis, he has it right there in his hand, right here.
And it is Seattle football.
How about that? Dwayne Harris is going to just fair catch the punt, unable to secure it. And an offense for Seattle that just really has not been able to do anything and set up with great field position.
Harbin inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Wilson. Into the end zone.
Wilson's going to be reading Jeremy Mincy, the end-of-the-line guy, and then Luke Wilson is going to provide the key block. As soon as he collapses, that tells Wilson he can keep the ball.
They went for a touchdown, and then a bump block on the return by Harris, leading to a second score. Harris with a hand on the football, and he's tackled at the 18-yard line. Play in the third quarter. Cowboys with a first down. They hand it off to DeMarco Murray. He's dropped for a 2-yard loss by K.J. Wright. Blitz coming. Murray. Wrapped up by Sherman. Oh, the snap is mishandled, and it looks like Hill is at the bottom of the pile with the ball, but we wait. Shoving to the right, possession to the left.
Well, Tony Romo was trying to signal out to the receivers, wanting to change the route, and Travis Frederick snapped the ball and he wasn't ready. Romo's going to have a hard time getting it away from him. That the defense doesn't get a beat on always knowing when the ball is going to be snapped. That was just a miscommunication between quarterback and center.
Wilson nearly intercepted by Wilbur. And another penalty against the Seattle offensive lineman.
All-star, number 76, offense. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Third and 8 becomes third and 13. And that is Ricardo Lockett to the 15-yard line, but that's short of a first down. And Seattle back in front. Here for that one, Troy Aikman, when Cowboys turned it over 4 times, falling behind early and losing to the 49ers, their only loss of the year. And Harris unable for a second straight time to get it to the 20. He had fired legendary Tom Landry. Team had started the year 0-5. Here's first down, looking for Terrence Williams, and he's got it all the way to the 35-yard line. And he beat Marcus Burley.
After the catch, delay a game, number 83 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, first and 10.
All right, so it's spotted at the 39. A first down, Cowboys trailing by 3.
Us to go on and do what we were able to do in such a short period of time.
Winning 3 Super Bowls. There's so many of the core players coming out of that deal. They lay it off to Tyler Klutz. That's the first time he's touched the football. Incomplete with an eye on Beasley.
Seattle up with great field position. If he misses, one of the reasons they're going for it is their defense been so good.
Well, look at this guy. He is something.
From 50-plus yards. Takes a lot of pressure off an offense.
Percy Harvin's going to bring it out. And he is upended at the 15-yard line. On first down, Lynch stood up.
When Sean Lee went down, he's filled in beautifully.
Fake it one way, come back the other way. And that did not fool Dallas. J.J. Wilcox. 0 for their last 5. And they convert here. In the East and Central time zones. And looking for the big home run ball here. And incomplete. Looking for a penalty flag, but not one thrown. Wilson able to get it away. Blitz coming. And Wilson rolls out of it, throws down the field, and did they get the catch? It is a catch for a first down.
Prior to the pass, holding, number 92 defense. Penalties decline. First down.
This year, he throws the ball with tremendous accuracy, rolling out to his left.
It's almost a version of the option. They just flip it to Brian Walters. Drop back into coverage this time. Incomplete. Scandrick in coverage with Brian Walters in the third quarter. Fair catch called for. Handled cleanly this time at the 11. Is in the Seahawks. And on first down from the 11, DeMarco Murray up to the 14.
Tell you that before the game today.
Right on the money, Romo. And there's a flag.
Holding, number 65 offense. Half the distance to the goal, repeat second down.
Richard Sherman again on Des Bryant.
And that's where they're looking. Two got tangled up at the 30-yard line. It'll bring up a third down and 16. Romo looking for Bryant. And once more in coverage at Sherman. short punt. Great field position indeed.
He's frustrated just like all these offensive players are, the way that they've not been able to move the football.
Wilson tiptoes out of a sack. And the ball is incomplete. Nearly able to pull it in is Luke Wilson. Looked like he made contact with Wilson's face mask just as the ball was about to arrive. Lynch grinding out yardage to the 37. Very close to a first down. 190, just not much air today. Second down, blitz coming. And Wilson just throws it away. And is it intercepted? That is Justin Durant. And they're saying the ball hit the ground before he caught it. Very close.
Wilson's been running around all afternoon, trying to find somebody to get the ball to. Let's take a look and see if it hits the ground. I didn't see anything hit there.
Third down and 9. What a defensive play right there by Brandon Carr. Lee from 48 to give him a lead. And it is good. The leg of Tony Romo. Harris will take a knee. We have 8:16 left to play. Nowhere near the amount of pressure that Wilson has been under by the Dallas defense. Murray able to dodge a tackle. And on a safe throw, first down, picks up 5. What a catch. Great coverage by Sherman. And Dez Bryant goes up to get it, and that's a first down. Flag down. This will be holding against Dallas.
Number 72 offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's a nice play. Again, trying to find Bryant. We're under 5 minutes to go. Romo still on his feet. Lost it for Witten. Williams comes in behind him, and that is a catch. What a reception by Williams, who seemingly came out of nowhere.
Well, let's first look at the end of this, see if he's able to get his feet in. He does. Tony Romo keeping the play alive in the pocket.
And a challenge comes from, was it a challenge or a timeout? Yep, there's a challenge flag by Pete Carroll.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a catch. Seattle will be charged their second timeout.
That is a line judge, Mark Perlman, who made this call. That is quite a call in real speed. Only 18 rushing yards in this second half, but a big one by Murray. Inside the 20 and down to the 20-yard line for DeMarco Murray. Murray wrapped up at the 15. That'll be a gain of 7 on first down, and there's an injured Cowboy. Second down, back to Murray. Cuts it to the inside, and Murray to the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas.
Right behind him, and he does a great job. You see him stand up the outside defender, and then Zach Martin, right guard, opens up a lane for DeMarco Murray. That's pretty nice. That's great execution right there by that offensive line.
Point after now to make it 27-23. And that carry, DeMarco Murray is continuing his assault on the NFL record book.
Just like last week when he's able to keep a play alive and deliver it to Des Bryant. There's not many quarterbacks in this league that can do what he did.
And Harbin's going to bring it out deep in his own end zone. And that's a second straight return. Harbin has not been able to get back to the 20-yard line. Set up, crossing pattern to Curse, and that is an excellent tackle again in the open field by Scandrick.
It's the last possession they're going to get.
Curse can't hang on. As a starter, that's tied for most in the NFL. Incomplete. And now with 2:40 to go to keep their drive and hopes alive. Four-man rush. Wilson throws. And they turn it over on downs. Crowd wanted a flag. It doesn't come. Murray will dive ahead, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. A penalty flag down, I beg your pardon.
Illegal use of the hands to the face, number 99 defense. 5-yard penalty added on to the end of the run. First down.
It's Tony McDaniel.
Ran the ball about as well as they could have expected to run it.
A second down and 8. And the Seahawks are out of timeouts. Murray just trying to hold on to that football.
Both sides of the ball on the line of scrimmage. It is a great win for Jason Garrett and this Cowboys team.
If they can get it. And Murray will be stopped at the 13-yard line. Seattle cannot stop the clock. And again, the only thing that will stop it will be penalties. And that'll be against the Cowboys.
Penalties decline. Fourth down.
Starting to say they will decline the penalty. That's a big penalty right there. Otherwise, they could have burned it down to about 38 seconds left in the game before they attempted the field goal. 31-yard field goal try by Bailey. And that gives the Cowboys a 7-point lead. And he'll have a chance. Harbin. Wow, this Cowboy kickoff coverage team has been spectacular here today. 1:05 left to play. The Dallas Cowboys with a 30-23 lead over Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Seattle out of timeouts. Completion up to the 24-yard line to Wilson, but that clock continues to run under a minute.
And that's not what they're best at doing. Been playing man throughout this game.
Wilson looking down the field, and it is intercepted by Rolando McClain. And the Dallas Cowboys have come to Seattle, where the Seahawks have lost just one time in their last 20 games, and they have shocked the Super Bowl champions today.
Rolando McClain is looking back at Russell Wilson as he's carrying Luke Wilson down the middle of the field. A lot of times a linebacker has his back to the quarterback. You can fit one in, but McClain knew what was coming. Russell just trying to get the ball down the field, and he comes up with another big play, and he's been making plays throughout this season.
And barring a bad exchange on this snap, the Cowboys, for the first time since 2007, will begin a year at 5-1. Talking about a defense that gave up 27 points a game last year. They allowed 4 different quarterbacks to throw over 400 yards in a game. And here today, you pointed out, Troy Aikman, they dominated this football game.
Yeah, this game was not as close as the score would appear. Dallas just played beautifully, offensively and defensively, controlled the line of scrimmage. It's a great win for this franchise. That's going to be a fun plane ride back to Dallas for the Cowboys.